Hello everybody, welcome back to another rwby reaction. My name is Antoninus and I apologise for my voice. I currently have a cold and for some reason when I have a cold I sound half dead. But whatever, hopefully I can edit my voice to make it sound somewhat reasonable. So, doing a little recap of last week's episode. We've come to the conclusion that Adam is cancer, so that's all well and good. Killing off Sienna Khan in the first episode that she's actually shown up. I still don't know how or why, but I hope that she comes back at some point. I don't know how. Apparently, death isn't technically a thing if you actually have a decent role. Hence, Osmond coming back, possessing a small boy's body, whatever. And also, last episode, it was a very Weiss-heavy episode. Weiss is now with the Bandits. More specifically, with Raven. So, that's all well and good. I don't know how they're going to play that. But the way this is shaping up, it looks like at least the majority of Team RWBY is going to meet up in this season. So, it's all well and good. But, whatever. Enough of my pointless babbling. I'll get straight into the reaction, but remember to go over to Rooster Teeth's channel. Subscribe over there, watch it over there, come back, watch my reaction. And hopefully I can get this one out on time. Every single time I seem to upload a bloody reaction to this, it automatically gets hit with Content ID. Then I have to wait 2 days to get it removed. And then by the time you lot have already seen the reaction on other channels. So, alright, enough of my babbling, straight into RWBY. I do love this new intro, it just works really well. Alright, we're starting off with the Belladonnas. Okay, everyone looks serious, what the hell? Yes. Oh, it says, oh yeah, they're announcing all this to the people of Menagerie now, so.
Yes. It won't be easy for the people to hear, but the truth often isn't. I know that they'll do the right thing.
Oh.
You got this.
You don't like you, son. No one that seems to like you there. Alright. Let's see if we can spot some cool looking forests. I see an old man bunny forest down the front.
I wanted to take time to address some of the rumors that have been circulating around our island. I believe that it is important for the people of this territory to understand the truth. No matter how you feel about the human race, I think we can all agree that the event now known as the Fall of Beacon was a tragedy. A tragedy that will set both man and faunus kind back. While the main aggressor is still unknown, we do have official confirmation that Adam Taurus, the leader of a powerful splinter group working inside the White Fang, was partially responsible for these attacks.
Something bad's gonna happen.
Not only tarnish the reputation of an organization originally created to bring peace and equality to all, but to our entire race.
I know something's gonna happen.
That this man remains unpunished, it becomes increasingly difficult to condemn those that look down upon us.
He's actually a good speaker, to be honest.
Recently, a spy from this same splinter group set their sights on this very home. My own daughter, Blake, and her friend did their very best to apprehend this individual. While they were unsuccessful after being physically assaulted and seriously injured, they were successful in obtaining the assailant's scroll. With this, we have been able to ascertain that Adam Taurus has plans to overthrow the current leader of the White Fang, Sienna Khan.
That's already been done.
The reins himself. His radical plans do not stop there. The documents on this scroll proclaim his next target to be Haven Academy and its attached CCT tower. Their plan is to strike
are they
the
going-
last full moon before the beginning of the fall semester.
Are they
Roughly
going
2 months
to
before the
Haven? Please say they are,
Set
because
my
that would make
swiftest
all of
messenger
Team
to the
Ruby come
government of
together.
Mistral. But I believe we have a greater responsibility. My relationship with the White Fang has been an interesting one. Years ago, I led the organization to help try and create a world where I and every Faunus who wished could walk alongside the human race. And while I believe we
He sounds
made great
very
strides
Optimus
toward this
Prime-y.
goal, it was made clear to
Yes,
me that
Prime-y
people
is a
both
word,
in
trust
and
me.
out of the White Fang wanted faster results. So I stepped down, and Sienna Khan was appointed as my successor. It's true that I do not fully condone many of her methods. What I do condone is what Sienna fights for. The idea that the Faunus and humans are, and should be, equal. Adam Taurus does not seem to have that goal in mind. What he has done...
This guy needs to be an IRL motivational speaker. This is well
I think
scripted.
it's time that the Faunus showed the world that we are equals. Time that we snuff out this splinter group and restore the White Fang to what it once was.
Well said.
To do this, I think the answer is clear. We must go to Haven and protect it at all costs. Before we proceed any further, I'd like to invite my daughter to come and share her story. Not only as a former member of the White Fang, but also as a survivor of the fall of Beacon.
Putting it in the spotlight. But shit.
You can do this.
I'll pick that up later. Oh, Ilya, please.
Cowards. After everything the humans have done to us, everything they've put us through, you're asking us to help them?
I know we haven't been treated fairly.
Where was their help when the dust companies treated our people like slaves? Where was their help when kingdoms hunted Faunus just for being who they are? Where was my help when my parents were killed in a dust mine? Where?
Young lady, progress takes patience and cooperation.
The Belladonnas are the worst kind of Faunus. They want us to work with the same people that are trying to hold us down.
This ain't
If
good.
you truly want to help your people, now is the time to support Adam, not the Belladonnas. He will bring about the future that you deserve. And if you are unwilling to fight, know that the White Fang will do it for you.
Shut up! After her!
I don't like those two. That just...
Backwards? He's possessed.
Oh, we get to see all this.
Isn't it weird?
Everyone's so,
It is very
like,
weird,
confused.
Okay.
Did we actually get an explanation?
So just take a second and remember that this is very overwhelming for everyone. Thanks.
Can we at least get an idea of what's going on?
Sorry. It's just, I've never really met huntsmen and huntresses before.
Well, we've never met a person with two souls, so first times all around.
Is that a reference to Blake's book?
Not to break up the whole getting to know you game, but we need to have a talk.
Okay.
Mind showing us your little parlor trick, kid?
Parlor trick.
Yeah, okay. Just so you know, I'll still be here.
Okay, why? What's he doing? Oscar, what are you up to? What just happened? Wait.
It is so very good.
Ospen! What the?
Wait, what just happened?
Professor Ozpin? Correct. And though I may be the one
Wow.
speaking, Oscar is still present mentally. He's merely handed over the controls, so to speak. Just don't
I
make
didn't know
this
they could do that.
embarrassing. I'm afraid this all must be very perplexing.
And alarming, and bizarre, and just really kind of hard to believe overall.
Yep. That was basically the fan base's
It's good
reaction
to see you
throughout
children still have your
most
sense of humor.
of like this.
I know you've all been through tremendous hardship already. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not your fault.
It's all my fault. I told you once that I made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet.
Oh, flashback to the first
I wasn't
volume.
exaggerating. I'm cursed. For thousands of years, I have walked the surface of Remnant, living, dying, and reincarnating in the body of a like-minded soul.
Oh.
The Professor Ozpin you all met was not my first form, and clearly wasn't my last. It's an extraordinarily strenuous process on
Okay.
everyone involved.
So what are you?
I am the combination of countless men who have spent their lives trying to protect the people of Remnant.
He's the Wizard of Oz.
With every rebirth, my soul is eventually merged with another, and I am changed, but my memories stay with me. This curse was bestowed upon me by the gods, because I failed to stop Salem in the past.
Huh?
But we must stop her now.
Gods? Gods are real in
How
this.
do we do that?
We start by ensuring the safety of the Relic of Knowledge.
Okay. I'm more confused than anything. Bloody good time to have a cold when I really need to talk. Oh, every time I say something, my throat hurts. Oh, please tell me something's gonna happen here.
Well. Look who's awake.
What's going on? Where am I?
You know, I never thought I'd see a Schnee in this camp.
Vernal?
What do you want?
Straight to the point. I like it. We don't
Is she the
normally deal
maiden?
in trafficking people. Not really worth our time. But once we realized we had a Schnee, that changed.
You're going to ransom me back to my father. Is that it?
Yeah, good
It's a
luck.
shame you're a Schnee. You'd probably do quite well around here.
I would never sink to your level.
Just
Way
keep
too
quiet and
proud.
cooperate and you'll be back in your mansion before you know it.
Yeah, she don't want to go back.
Don't make this complicated.
What's going to make this complicated is when my sister finds out that I didn't make it to Mistral. You know my sister, don't you? Winter Schnee, special operative of the Atlas military. She's in Mistral now, and when she hears I'm missing, it won't take her long to find me.
I'm actually curious to see Winter in the actual fight. I saw her against Crow, but that was about it.
What's so funny?
Oh, I don't know if it's more funny or sad, but you're clearly out of the loop. Your sister isn't in Mistral anymore. No Atlas personnel are in Mistral anymore. General Ironwood closed the borders and recalled all of his little troops and tin cans. No one is coming to rescue you.
This is perfect! We were stuck at a dead end, but
And
now
Noah's going into a spastic.
husband to Lionheart and have him set things straight.
Please don't call me that.
Hey, we're not sure that's the best idea.
No one ever takes Noah's
I
ideas.
thought the headmasters all took their orders from you.
That was the intention. 4 lieutenants I can trust, especially during times of reincarnation. But Crow told me about your meeting with Leonardo. He isn't just behaving irrationally. He's disobeying specific instructions I had left him. Something's
Oh, so
wrong.
he twigged on that he
I
is
don't want to
a
jump to
trainer.
conclusions, but I don't want to rule out any possibilities either. No one outside of this room knows that I have paired with Oscar, and I think it may be best to keep it that way.
Play things close to the chest until we got a better hand.
Does make sense.
Precisely. Now, we have 2 steps ahead of us. The first is enlisting the aid of more huntsmen.
But the Mistral Council...
Doesn't own every huntsman in the kingdom. And I've been here enough times to know where we can find some more.
We're gonna get some new
As long as they're
characters.
trustworthy.
You can trust them to put up a good fight. I'll throw together a list tonight.
Good luck with that.
Bad luck, Crow.
After that, we can move on to step 2.
What's step 2?
Getting you 4 into fighting shape.
Wait, he's gonna train them.
But we already know how to fight.
You can only fight so long as you have crescent rows, but you're still lacking in hand-to-hand combat.
As we saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
Mr. Ark, I'm glad to hear you've improved, but sorry to say you've yet to unlock your semblance.
Wait, are we actually gonna get to see a semblance in this
All of you
series?
still have a ways to go before you're ready to pose any real threat against Salem and her forces.
Alright, what the
Oscar
hell's
can give me temporary
wrong
control.
with
You'll
Ren
need to
and
strengthen
Nora?
his body
That's
and
my
his
question.
arm. Wait, what? He'll inherit my muscle memory in time, but practice will expedite the process.
But if Crow's out looking for huntsmen, then who's going to teach us?
Well, I believe I was the headmaster of Beacon Academy. We have approximately 1 month before classes resume at Hayden.
Everyone else is shocked.
If Salem
Noah
were to
just
plan an
gives,
attack,
like,
it makes sense
what?
that it occur prior to the students' return. It's not much time, but it's better than nothing.
So next episode's gonna be a whole training montage. Oop. Here's Oscar.
You've got to be kidding me.
So they can swap souls, like, back and forth. Interesting. Not an unusual concept for things, but still interesting. Oh, leave it on a cliffhanger, why don't you? Well, let's go over what we just learned. Apparently, gods are real, and the reason Ozpin is in Oscar's body is because of a curse of reincarnation. So, from my understanding of what's all that about is, for each time he gets reincarnated, his soul goes into a body of someone who has a similar mindset of his. And through, like, a period of time, the minds just sort of meld together. So there won't be Oscar and Ozpin, it'll just be, like, one person. So apparently that's the thing. I didn't expect Rooster Teeth to go that far, but now I have questions. Gods are real. Please explain. Because I want to know what sort of god can do that sort of curse. Right, and on the Weiss situation, her sister is back. Atlas, I believe that's what it's called. Was it Atlas or was it? I don't know. Apparently she's back, like, home. So Weiss is on her own, basically. How she's gonna, like, escape, I have no idea. But I will say this. I am looking forward to seeing how she, like, interacts with the bandits and with Raven, which wasn't in this episode. But to be honest, I feel like she's gonna find out Raven's last name and manage to put 2 and 2 together and realise that it's Yang's mother. That'll lead to something interesting if that goes down, but we'll look forward to seeing that. Alright, in the Belladonnas, they were going so well, talking about how they want to prove that they're not violent and whatnot like the White Fang, and everyone did agree until it came to the point where they suggested protecting people in Haven Academy, which isn't like that unrare of a thing. Even in real life, people always want to be seen as equal and not violent towards others. But when it comes to protecting those that are different than you, a lot of people hesitate. And with Ilya coming in, throwing her 2 cents in, getting Adam's name shouted like he is some sort of high-powered being, just threw a monkey wrench into the whole thing. So I don't know how that's going to play out. It's another one that's going to be interesting, so I think it's going to work. We may get 1 or 2, like, Faunus siding with Belladonna, the others siding with Torres, and just a sort of infighting before going to Haven Academy. So that's potentially what could happen, in my opinion. I don't know, I'm not one of the writing staff. And let's get on to the whole fact of, now, a couple of things I believe they hinted at we may actually see Jean's semblance, which is something fans have been theorizing since Volume 1. What is it? What can it do? Is it... I've seen theories that say it is, like, courage, or it is, like, a force field. People have come up with a bunch of different theories about his semblance. Honestly, I don't know which ones have decent merit and which ones are just complete fanfiction. Except for one that said, buddy, Jean's semblance is he can reincarnate the dead. Apparently, that's just what I saw on a Ruby forum on Reddit. Makes no sense, so I just read it off because that's pure BS. No way that can be true. So now all those guys are going to be trained by Ozpin. And while he's training them, Oscar's body will use muscle memory to figure out all his moves. And then that way he can fight. So that'll be an interesting way to see. I want Oscar to actually get into a fight. And I did see one particular scene that the Ruby shippers are going to go insane for. And that was a scene when Ruby and Oscar were just sort of staring at each other. Ruby gives a sincere and kind smile, and Oscar blushes. So the shippers are going to enjoy that one. So, well done, Rooster Teeth. You started up another shipping war. Words. Another shipping war. So, have fun with that one. And I do hope you guys did enjoy the reactions. Sorry again if you're struggling to understand me. My throat is killing me, but I had to get this reaction out. So, just don't expect any vlog or anything up this week. Not until this cold's gone, because every word I say is killing me. So, make sure you've watched it on Rooster Teeth's channel. Subscribe to my channel for more Ruby reactions, and I will see you all in the next video. Laters.